Please join me in welcoming the director, Byun Sung-hyun. Now, joining director Byun is the incredible actor Seo Kyung-gu. You'll recognize him, his powerful performances in films like Peppermint Candy and Oasis, both of which was directed by Lee Chang-dong. He also started in The Merciless and Gilboksun with director Byun. He was last year at TIFF just a couple of years ago with A Normal Family, so you might recognize him for that. Give him a warm welcome back, Seo Kyung-gu. We're also super excited to have with us a rising star who is making big waves in both films and series. Please welcome Hong Kyung. And lastly, all the way from Japan, a seasoned actor who has an extensive filmography, who plays the leader of a radical Japanese group that hijacks a passenger plane in Good News. Please welcome Kasamatsu Sho. I'd like to welcome Director Byun to the microphone to just say hello and just share his thoughts. Please.
Hello, Toronto. 영화를 찍고 지금 관객들한테 처음으로 선보이는 자리예요. 그래서 매우 긴장되고 떨리는데 좀 재미있는 영화니까 팔짱 끼지 말고 그냥 즐겨주세요. 영화에 대한 설명은 하지 않겠습니다. 보여드리는 걸로 설명을 대신할게요. 네, 와주셔서 감사합니다.
Hello, I'm director Byun Sung-hyun, the director of Good News. This is my first time showing this film with an audience, so I'm really nervous. It's a great film, and I'm so proud of it. So I want all of you to just relax and enjoy the film. I will not really explain the film. I think it's best if you go into it cold. Thank you.
You're in for a wild ride, but please don't forget there will be a Q&A after the screening with the whole team, so please stick around and enjoy the ride. Once more, the team from Good News.
Please welcome back on stage the director of Good News, Byun Sung-hyun. And let's welcome on stage the cast of the film, Seo Kyung-gu, Hong Kyung, and Kasamatsu Sho. So just to start the conversation, I have a question for Director Byun. So this film is set in the 1970s. Can you provide any context about the setting of the story, and why did you want to make such a story into a film?
1970년은 뭐 지금 한국에서는 현재도 진행 중이지만 북한이랑 사이가 안 좋아요. 근데 그 전 세계적으로 1970년은 이제 이데올로기가 대립이 굉장히 심했었던 시대의 사건이었고, 그리고 이 사건을 소재로 한 이유는 몇 년 전에 이 사건에 대해서 들었을 때 되게 영화적이다라는 생각을 한번 한 적이 있어요. 그리고 영화할 생각은 못 했었는데, 그리고 이 사건을 들었을 때 제가 느꼈던 거는 영화로 만들어지겠다라는 생각이었는데 영화로 안 만들어지고 있더라고요. 그래서 길복순이란 영화를 끝내고 실화 소재의 블랙 코미디를 좀 해보고 싶었어요. 근데 갑자기 불현듯 이 사건이 떠올랐고 그래서 하게 되었습니다.
As you know, the Cold War is still ongoing on the Korean Peninsula, but 1970s, we were at the height of the Cold War. And so when I first heard about this incident, I thought that it was such a cinematic and dramatic event that should be adapted into a film. But at the time, I didn't quite think to do that. And I thought somebody else would take up this case and make it into a movie, but no one else seemed to take up this opportunity. So then when I had finished shooting Kilboksun and was thinking about making a film that was based on real events, a black comedy, I recalled that I had known about this case before, and so that's why I decided to make this into my film.
Always for Director Bjorn. I have to admit we were very impressed with the style of the film. It's very dynamic, very original. And what guided you in making these stylistic choices, and where did you get the inspiration from?
영화를 단순히 멋있게 보이기 위해서 저는 스토리보드를 짤 때 굉장히 오래 하는 편인데요. 영화를 멋있게 보이기 위해서보다는 이 이야기가 어떻게 효과적으로 전달될 때 좀 더 새롭게 보일 수 있는 방법을 연구하다 보니까 가끔은 그런 칭찬을 들을 때가 있는 것 같습니다.
So all the stylistic choices that I make in this film, they're not to make the film stylish for the sake of style. When I storyboard my shots, I take quite a bit of time to think about each shot deliberately, so that the story can be told more effectively and more efficiently and in a new way that hasn't been seen before. And so sometimes the audience might find new styles that are emerging, but the core of my stylistic choices are at storytelling.
And also, unlike other films about hijacking, in Good News, most of the story takes place after the hijacking. And can you tell us why you choose to approach it in this way?
예, 사실 원래 이 실화도 그렇게 기록이 많이 남아 있진 않아요. 일본에서 납치당하고 북한으로 갔던 비행기가 한국에 착륙했다. 그 정도만 알려져 있는데 저는 그 과정보다는 그 이후의 대치 상황에서 주는 아이러니한 모순들을 좀 더 영화에서 이야기하고 싶었고, 그리고 현재에도 유효한 이야기라고 생각해서 그렇게 시나리오를 짰었고, 그리고 보통 하이제킹 영화를 보면은 그 하이제킹 장면들이 꼭 나오잖아요. 근데 너무 많은 영화에서 봤던 거예요. 그래서 하이제킹 하는 장면을 아예 생략해버리면 어떨까라는 그 생각을 했어요. 그리고 주변에서 이제 좀 위험하다라는 이야기를 했어요. 그래도 하이제킹 영화에 기대하는 게 있을 텐데, 근데 저는 그걸 과감히 생략하면은 좀 더 새롭게 다가가지 않을까라고 생각을 해서 이런 구성으로 하게 되었습니다.
So the true event on which this film is based, there aren't actually that many records that survive. We only know that the plane that was hijacked from Japan flew to North Korea, but then landed in South Korea. And so more than the hijacking event itself, I wanted to focus on what happens after in the film as well, to focus on the irony, the contradictions that happen in the aftermath of the hijacking event. And I think the story, many of the elements are still with us today. And so that's what I was thinking about when I was writing the script. And in terms of the scene of hijacking itself, I feel like the scene has already been done in so many other films that I was almost thinking about skipping it entirely. And many people were advising me not to do that because the audience has certain expectations when it comes to hijacking films. But I felt like we could actually explore just skipping it entirely and take this film into a new direction.
And also, I'm curious to know what was it like to work with an international cast, especially for a film like Good News, which is heavy in dialogue. I mean, Japanese and Korean switching.
사실은 제 영화에 외국 배우가 한국인이 아닌 배우가 나온 거 저도 처음이어서 걱정을 굉장히 많이 했어요. 근데 다행히도 여기 있는 카사마츠 쇼 같이 외에도 야마다 타카유키, 다이루 등 이제 훌륭한 배우들이 그러니까는 저한테 도움을 되게 많이 줬던 것 같아요. 일본 배우들의 열정을 좀 봤었고, 그리고 너무 다행인 거는 카사마츠 쇼 배우가 한국어를 굉장히 잘해요. 그래서 제가 표현하고자 하는 것들을 일본 배우한테 설명할 때 옆에서 마치 연출 조감독처럼 도와주고 그리고 많은 도움을 받았습니다.
So this is actually my first time having an international cast in my film, so even I was quite nervous about it. But you know, including Kasamatsu Sho, who's on stage with us, and many other Japanese actors who are not with us today, all of them were so helpful to me when we were shooting, and especially Kasamatsu Sho. His Korean is actually quite good, so when I was trying to explain to him things that I was trying to articulate, he almost felt like an assistant director at times because he was so helpful.
Yeah, I was just about to ask Sho Kasamatsu what was his experience dealing with an international cast and in another language, basically.
Should I speak in Korean maybe?
Yeah, let me try. 평 감독님께서 이렇게 말씀 받고 아주 기쁘고 그래서 저도 감독님하고 함께 영화를 찍고 많은 경험을 했습니다. 평 감독님이 그림을 아주 중요시하는 감독님이시고 그래서 소리 배우들의 이런 소리 이런 소리 이런 것을 아주 중요하시고 리듬이란 소리 억양이랑 이런 것을 아주 현장에서 보시고 있었어요. 그래서 글도 쓰시는 감독님이고 이런 감독님이 일본에 많지가 않아요. 그러니까 함께 일을 할 수 있어서 아주 중요한 경험이고 이 경험을 일본에 가서도 또 제가 후배들이랑 함께 일을 하는 배우들의 가르쳐 준다 그렇게 할 수 있으면 좋다고 생각하고 있어요. 좀 길어서 미안해요.
I'm very happy to hear the director say such great things about me. I was deeply honored and experienced a lot by the director's leadership. This director really takes the cinematic view very, very importantly. And also he takes the sound of all the sound that all the actors make very important as well. The intonation, the wording that we use on set, he really cares a lot about him. And there are not many directors who are that detailed. So for me, this was an important experience. And when I go back to Japan and work with other actors, I also want to share my learnings with them. Thank you.
And now a question for Sol Kyung-gu. So this is your fourth project with director Byun. How has your relationship matured through the years with director Byun, and how working with him has changed your career, if it has changed it, and how is it to work with him? If you can share with us your experience.
네, 저는 우선 저도 이 자리에서 이 굿뉴스를 처음 봤습니다. 참 긴장하면서 봤는데 그래도 반응이 좋아서 좀 즐겁게 관람을 했습니다. 감독님이랑은 네 번째 작품인데 연속적으로 네 번을 했어요. 사실은 조금 주저하기도 했습니다. 네 번째까지 해야 되나라는, 그거는 저의 어떤 자만이 아니고 감독님한테 좀 미안했어요. 나를 신경 써주는 것 같아서 나 신경 안 써도 된다라고 말을 했었으니까요. 근데 처음에 감독님이랑 인연을 맺은 게 불안당이라는 영화였는데 그때 많이 좀 부딪혔었어요. 제가 조금 좀 고지식한 면이 있어서, 그리고 제가 영화를 처음 시작했을 때 한국의 이창동 감독님이라고 굉장히 유명한 감독님이 계셨는데 그분은 굉장히 극사실적인 영화를 찍으시는 분이어서 거기에 제가 좀 많이 길들여져 있어서 좀 사실과 좀 어긋나거나 이게 말이 돼? 라는 부분에 대해서 좀 거부감이 있었는 상태였는데, 변성현 감독 같은 경우는 좀 있던 상상력, 만화적인 상상력을 하는 걸 되게 좋아하는 것 같아요. 미술도 그렇고 그런 부분이 감독님이랑 하면서 계속 내 작품 하면서 편견들이 계속 깨지고, 제가 영화를 책을 읽거나 영화를 보는 데 있어서 좀 이렇게 많이 좀 넓어졌다라는 생각을 해요. 굉장히 중요한 전환점이 됐던 것도 불안당이 시작이었고, 그 이후에도 이 변성현 감독의 어떤 상상력이 되게 궁금하고 재밌고 현장에서의 작업이 저는 되게 좋고 재미가 있어요. 불안당부터 굿뉴스까지의 많은 변화, 이런 것들이 좀 많이 변화가 있었고, 특히 굿뉴스 같은 경우는 변성현 감독의 상상력은 저는 암흑의 제가 맡은 역할이라고 생각하거든요. 그 시대에 없었을 것 같은 인물이고 안 어울리는 인물을 거기다 집어넣어서 관찰자 같은 느낌도 들게 하고 또 직접 개입도 하고 정상과 비정상을 좀 왔다 갔다 하는 것도 자유롭게 그런 역을 맡겨서 저도 좀 두렵기도 했었고 신선하기도 했었고 그런 경험을 했던 것 같습니다. 불안당부터 내 작품 연속하면서 많은 변화가 있었습니다. 가장 큰 변화는 예산이 계속 늘어갔습니다. 불안당보다 지금 굿뉴스는 예산이 훨씬 많은 예산을 썼습니다. 표면적으로는. 다섯 번째는 만나지 말자고는 했는데 그럴 것 같습니다. 언젠가 또 인연이 되면 또 할 수 있겠죠. 즐거운 작업이었습니다.
This was my first time watching Good News with you all, so I was quite nervous. But thank you for an amazing reaction. Yes, this was my fourth film working with director Byun, and when I was asked, I was a little hesitant because I thought, is it really necessary to do 4 films with him? Not because I was proud or anything. I felt a little bad. I felt like the director really tried to take care of me once again, so I appreciated it. The first film we worked together is The Merciless. And before that, I had been very used to working with director Lee Chang-dong, who is very good at describing things in a very real sense. So when we first worked together, we had conflicts here and there because of my style that I was used to working with director Lee. So anytime director Byun asked me to perhaps use my imagination a little, maybe derive away from reality, I was a little hesitant to do that. But working with him, it helped me break out of that shell and become more creative. Helped me look at things in a very visual way, and I also got to expand my expertise by reading a lot of books and watching a lot of films. And the director is very good at creating an atmosphere that is very dynamic. And from The Merciless to Good News, it's been a pleasure. But in this film, he introduced a character that doesn't seem like very realistic. This character is very observant, but also takes in the action himself. It kind of goes back and forth between reality and nonsense. So for me, this was a little scary, but very unique, fresh. Good experience, and yes, there is a difference among the 4 films along the journey. The budget has increased tremendously. This film, the 5th film, Good News, the 4th film had the biggest budget, I can say, and I'm not sure if I'll get to work with him again on our 5th film together, but hey, if it happens, then I'm sure we'll have a great time once again.
And now a question for Han Kyung. Well, as a young actor, you might not have a filmography as big as your fellow cast, but you have made a strong impression globally. And can you share your experience in playing a more mature role? We feel like this role is like one of the most mature roles you've played so far. So can you tell us? Can you share your experience with the audience?
이 작품은 저한테 되게 의미 있는 작품이에요. 왜냐면 말씀대로 저는 20대 내내 뭔가 제 나름 위대한 걸 해보고자 하는 마음이 있었는데, 그러니까 고명처럼 그런 마음이 있었는데, 한 작품 안에서 설경구 선배님, 류승범 선배님, 전도연 선배님, 서양에서는 잘 모르겠지만 잘 아시겠죠. 두 분은 레전드니까. 근데 3분 다 레전드니까. 근데 마치 무슨 제가 이 한국 영화의 역사들과 한 작품에서 만나서 같은 프레임 안에서 이렇게 춤을 출 수 있는 기회는 죽어다 깨어나도 다시 오지 않을 것 같거든요. 그래서 그런 의미에서 같이 춤을 춘 선배님들에 대한 그 어떤 애정과 그 영광스러움이 있었고, 저 스스로에게는 제가 갖는 어떤 열망과 이 친구가 갖는 열망이 맞닿는 지점들이 있다라고 생각을 했어요. 그래서 그런 의미에서 이 작품은 제 커리어에서 아마 굉장히 아주 기념비적인 작품인 것 같습니다.
Yes, this piece is very meaningful for me. Throughout my 20s, I also, just like the character I played, really wanted to achieve something great. And I got to do that on this film, playing Ko Myung. And I'm sure you all know, but in one film, I got to really work with the Korean legends, including Seo Kyung-gu, Ryu Seung-bum, and Chun Do-yeon. And for me, to be able to shot in the same frame with the legendary Korean actors, dancing together, I don't think I'll ever have another opportunity like this to be able to, dance like that on the frame together. And it was really an honor for me to have worked with these amazing actors. And between me and the character I played, we certainly had a point of conversion. And I think this role is really meaningful for me as an actor. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we don't have any more time. We have to clear the house now. This was a very nice conversation. Thank you all. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you for coming to Toronto.